show is not suitable for children, sensitive men, or insecure women. Can you trust somebody that doesn't take care of their kids?
I don't trust no man on earth that does not take care of their children.
What's the biggest red flag in a relationship?
Low effort and not being honest.
Most of the time, you would think that a bad financial mistake would be spending money on clothes or vacation or like spending money on women. My worst financial mistake was buying a home.
Like a king, give me my crown.
Game time. Game time. Appreciate y'all.
Yo,
We are back.
what's the deal?
Man, feel good to be back. Shout out to T. Roy. Filling in last week, pause. Appreciate you, my brother. But yeah, it's good to be back. I didn't even know what to do. I was like, damn. What's it like to be on the other side?
How you feeling?
Could be better, but could be worse. Grateful. So
That's important.
yeah.
That's important.
And you got a show regardless. First show missed in what, 6 years? So power of just being locked in.
No, 100%. 100%.
It was a good show though. I was like, ooh, okay. Let me hurry. I feel like Bledsoe. Shit. Let me get back on the field. Ooh, let me show my value. Damn. Drake may hold your head out. Hey, I know you tried, but couldn't wait for Monday to swing back around and Wednesday. Ooh. Yeah.
Nah, man, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, tap in tomorrow. Earn Your Leisure, 12 o'clock. We got Jazz Levert. Dope episode. He's a dog trainer, celebrity dog trainer. Try to cover every single business. I think we've covered almost every business that there possibly is in the world on Earn Your Leisure so far over the last 7 years. But one of the few businesses that we did not cover is dog training. Who knew? Who knew you can make
A lot of money.
A lot of money from being a dog trainer? But if you think about it, it makes sense. There's a lot of dogs out here.
For sure. For all the dogs.
All the dogs.
And if you're an entrepreneur, is really important. I've never said this before publicly, but the best ideas that you can implement in your business are ideas from other businesses that are not correlated to yours. So with him being a celebrity trainer, just knowing the story about how he gets clients, how to manage them, the pricing structure, you should tune in. You should tune in.
100%. Okay, we got a few other things that we'll talk about, but I'll wait till later in the show. Any announcements?
Nope. It's having an amazing show.
Let's get to it,
right
man.
to
There's
it.
a lot to talk about. First of all, let's start off with let's get into this J. Cole album.
Oh damn! I was trying to.
J. Cole.
You listen to it?
I did.
Okay.
Few times. You listen to it?
I did.
I listened to it. I had conversations with different people about it. I read some commentary. The game wrote a whole thesis.
The game sure did.
So a lot of people have different points of views on it. Some people calling it an instant classic. Some people said it was underwhelming.
Who said it was an instant classic? Besides,
A lot of people, a lot complex. A lot of people online, like a lot of the online community.
Got you.
I thought it was a good album. I think that Cole is an interesting guy because I feel like, me and J. Cole's the same age.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay,
So that's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're both 41 years old, which is interesting because it's like, for me, I look at it from a standpoint of I'm nostalgic to an era that I grew up in that seems so long ago, like the 90s, the late 90s, early 2000s, but that's why I could understand his admiration for Nas, because that's what we grew up on. Not just Illmatic, it was written. I mean, Stillmatic, I Am. Like
Nostradamus was tough.
Yeah, you could
tell
there
was a lot of hate. Mm-hmm.
And you could tell he has a reference, most of his songs is referenced from older
Nas songs.
He did that. He did not. He did 2 Nas songs makeovers. One Love, Everyone.
Yeah.
He also did the Outkast Me and you, yo mama and yo cut. He did the Common song of the I Used to Love Her. He did that over. He did he did like 8 of his songs are like old songs made over. But I understand it because that's the era that he grew up in. But it's kind of weird because he's a new school rapper. But technically he's old school. Like he's old school, new school. Right? So it's like he's a new school
he's relevant. On that bridge, right on that, He's a relevant new school rapper, but all his inspiration comes from 25 years ago. So I think he's trying to find his way musically with that. And sometimes it can lead to a little bit too much overkill. Like I get it that you want to pay homage to the bros, but sometimes the music just sounds a little too nostalgic. And like you haven't found your own pocket. I like J. Cole a lot. Shout to Dreamville and the people I've talked to there. Y'all are cool, so I'm not gonna go crazy. I did think that for what the hype was supposed to be for the final album, I do think it was underwhelming. There's some songs on here that I love a lot. I like Bunts Road. I like Legacy, Run the Train, Old Dog. Cool. But like you said, I don't want to hear you remake songs of the past. The album also could have been shorter. And my last critique would probably be, because I like him, it's important just to have your own voice. And I felt like you said, it was too many recreations of classic material opposed to going out in a like blaze of glory doing what you do best. Amazing lyricism, underwhelming on the songwriting side or song side, I think. But like when All Eyes on Me came out, right, even a double disc part, and then Life After Death came out. After that, there shouldn't be no more double albums. I do like the marketing behind it a lot, but to say it's an instant classic and to shoot at Kendrick when y'all had that talk and you told him you was gonna stand down, and then after you and Drake didn't have a conversation and y'all was friends, it ain't time to do the I wanna be for Kendrick thing again. So it's cool. I like him as a person. I like his business acumen a lot. I even think it was smart for him to step away from the battle, given what he could have lost in that battle. But this album, no. It's underwhelming.
Yeah, it could have been a little better. And I like J. Cole. He's interesting. He's an enigma because he's a backpack rapper that makes commercial songs. If you really think about it, like a lot of his he's not one of these guys that can rap but can't make a record.
Yeah, he can make hit songs.
He makes great songs, commercial records. Some people say all of those commercial records came on one album, the Forest Hill Drive album. That's what some critics say.
But that's really hard to do in one body of work, to put all them hits on there. That was like his Hard Knock Life, if you will. To old boy back in North Carolina who was dissing, you should stop. When he offered you to fade, and I feel you. Sometimes back home that hate be too strong because I ascended here and you didn't get a chance to get there. Stop, because he out-rapped you. And if J. Cole get the punching on you in front of Forest Hills Drive, you're gonna be upset. He's not little. That boy, he kind of tall. You gonna get off that bike.
It's a good album. It could have been shorter. They could have been shorter, and it could have just been a little bit more potent. Like it's one of these things. After a while, all the songs start to blend together,
blend to one. Yeah,
it's not like just like, oh man, rapid fire. Like this is the one. Like it's a lot of good music that melodic hooks and a little bit of singing, and then it's kind of drawn out. And
sometimes less is more. Like when you go to Thriller, Usher, My Way, Tupac, Me Against the World. Sometimes 10 to 12 is a perfect body of work. Like even like I prepped last year for InvestFest, right? I think I had 460 talking points. By the time I got on stage, I had 65 slides. Given more is not, you don't need pork and beans and pizza and short ribs and grouper. Like just make it really fucking potent and wrap it up. So but I'm sure Deluxe will come and he'll trim it down, kind of like Hove did with Blueprint 2.1. But I was with the song selection, I was underwhelmed. The rapping is amazing, but no.
Yeah, it could have been a little bit better. But a good album. Okay, before one last rap topic. What's up with New York rap beef? New York rap beef at an all-time high. Max B versus J Hood. You know, I went to school with J Hood.
Wait, what? You the most fascinating person. I know this. D Block J Hood, okay.
Yeah, shout out to J Hood. We was in school together.
I know that. Okay.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
But Max B versus J Hood, 50 Cent versus the Let's Rap About It podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Then the most recent thing, a couple days ago, Tony Yayo, Uncle Murder.
Ja Rule.
That's the most random. Yeah, this happened twice to Ja Rule. I don't know who his travel agent is, but he sat next to 50 Cent before in a plane.
Yeah.
And now he sits directly in front of Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder on the plane, which I thought, honestly, look, Ja Rule's physically fit.
For sure.
Like, Ja Rule's not.
Ja ain't chump just because, you know,
Ja Rule's
whatever the perception is. And
he's physically fit.
Mm-hmm.
What would you have done in that situation? Like, if you're sitting next to your ultimate op on a plane and they start fucking with you in the back and they're sitting directly in back of you, what would you have done?
I wouldn't say nothing.
If they just keep fucking with you and put the phone out and start taping you, yeah, what would you do if that happened to you? Like, if you're sitting behind your biggest ops in life and they fucking with you, they got the cameras out, they're provoking you, what would you do?
Nothing.
If they got your cameras out, you're gonna sit the whole flight 5 hours, because that's a long flight from California back to New York, 6 hours, and just not say anything, not do anything.
Well, they're not gonna mess with you the whole flight. It's just gonna be a little bit.
They might.
Well, hypothetically, if that's the case, I'll get up and move. I'm not gonna say nothing though, because it's recorded.
But what if you can't move? Flight is full.
You can't fight on a plane.
Huh?
You can't fight on a plane. I'm not gonna put on that list. That's the part though. If we're gonna be very honest though, in that situation, they don't like him when him and 50 saw each other, nothing happened. Because if 50 starts and Josh it's gonna go really far. I think Uncle Murder and Tony was just messing with him. I think Tony's in such a good space. He don't want that drama. What I will say about that online beef and the fake run into each other, if you really don't get into it right away, you really don't want no problem. I'm just saying I'm not going to do nothing because I don't want nothing to be recorded in case in 9 years I want to get my revenge.
Is it embarrassing?
For sure. It's embarrassing to cause that scene and then not do nothing either. What would you do though?
Probably what he did, honestly. I'm not mad at Joe what Ja did. Like it's from what I saw 2 videos.
Well, he threw the pillow at Yayo.
He threw the pillow at him. And he said, yeah, what y'all want to do? Everybody keeps saying it's a federal offense. It's a federal offense. Yeah, I get it.
He didn't put hands on him.
I know that, but they say like if you fight on a plane, you know, I mean, I'm sure there's been people that's fought on planes before. But at a certain point, you can't just let somebody just disrespect your man, right? Yeah, you can't let somebody play with you. So I felt like from the video that I saw, he was like, yo, what's up? Y'all want to shake? Let's go.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not here for that. But if that's what y'all want to do, we don't gotta play no game, we don't gotta joke, we don't gotta do nothing. We could deal with the consequences later.
Or you catch them out of church or daycare or brunch. There's other ways you can handle that. That's why, like, when people, and I'm not trying to allude that I'm tough or none, but when people get to all that back and forth, that's also a sign that they really don't want to do nothing. The person I'm worried about the most is just the one who catches you, says nothing, and get like, especially where I'm from, the Midwest. It ain't too much. You just see the dreads flying and they walking up to you. So I'm not mad at Ja for defending himself, but also if that's your career and as much money Ja makes traveling and touring around, even back to like the perception thing, like you said, he's not a small guy. And in the fair one, he has a good chance to win. I wouldn't want to risk my reputation. Also, too, I don't want to end up on that indictment list too for starting something. So when revenge does happen, it swings back your way. A lot of times when you guys are upset and war, you show your hand too quickly. It's a trail of evidence on Twitter and IG, and y'all going back and forth. It does make it hard to get away. So, but I don't think murder really wanted no problem. They was just doing what they had to do. So, you know, they look well in 50 eyes. So, but kudos to how people want to handle shit. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah. Well,
But be careful, because it's the second time one of y'all done tried to play with y'all. Once was backstage. If he slammed one of y'all in your head, then y'all gonna say he took it too far.
that's a fact.
You better be careful. Also, too, you can't do nothing about the plane, but the particular places you go to, the backstage at the concert, the back section upstairs at a certain club, you have to be mindful. Allegedly, Lil Baby and old boy from the NFL just had a little situation. Be careful. Everybody ain't on that. Let you rah playtime. Sorry. I'll bail you out. Whatever your salary was, I'll cover it for however long you in there. Everybody not playing. So be careful. But y'all gonna slam one of y'all. Gonna slam one of y'all.
That's a fact. Somebody gonna get hurt.
But also, too, don't fall for the trap for letting somebody trick you out of your spot because you're doing 50 times better than them and they want to get you locked up. Because when he said, yo, you want to get it in, it wasn't no desire to go over that by him either.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't nobody crossed that line. It's like, all right, it's like, yeah, it's a federal offense if you fight on a plane, but why even start? Why even start it?
Yeah. Who you think started it? Murder or Yayo?
I don't know. One of them.
Yeah. Shout to Yayo.
Okay.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Stefon Diggs. Valentine's Day Massacre.
I can't live it.
Valentine's Day Massacre. So let's pose this question. When is it appropriate to bring an ex around if your current girlfriend is also around?
Is she an ex or is she a current?
Well, that's who's the current, who's the ex?
Like if he hadn't been lying, because remember when they first got together, everyone was so happy that they got together and was shitting on Offset. And it's like you replaced bad with evil, allegedly. And then, but the other thought is like if Stefon never lied to her, what's the outrage? If y'all in the mix and partying and on a boat and moving around from Miami to Atlanta to LA and y'all allegedly tossing shit up and having fun.
Well, this is what it was told for me from a female's perspective of now you're just playing in my face and then you're embarrassing me in public. You know, obviously he's been doing this thing. He got 4 kids in 1 month.
Come on, yeah.
It's one thing. You have 4 kids in 1 month. That's embarrassing. But on Super Bowl, you in your front row, you have allegedly the girl that cheated with Offset, who's your best friend there next to your mother. You have your baby mom there with your son, with your family, with your
so your kid can't be there because we in a. Let's be real. That relationship was PR and vibe. They weren't getting married. Let's be real.
Cardi.
Come on. Stefon was an Offset into all the men who operate like this. They'll let you get away with it if you're honest about it. That's why Stefon got away with it for so long.
They'll let you get away with up to a point. Everybody has a breaking point
for sure
of embarrassment. That's
for
one thing. Women will. Okay,
they'll tolerate a certain amount.
How toxic do we want to get?
We're going to the edge of the earth.
Women will tolerate a high level of toxicity. A high level of toxicity, as long as they're not embarrassed
too bad.
Enough. Yep. Once you embarrass them enough, everybody has a breaking point, and everybody's enough is different.
Yeah,
the thresholds. Cardi B has a high threshold because, like I said, I mean, most she's been embarrassed a lot, but I guess that was you spent $1.5 million for an after party for your boyfriend.
That's crazy. And knowing they was gonna get washed, but that's love.
You've been saying okay, like and then that's gotta hurt when you're in the skybox and you gotta see on Instagram that in the front row with his family is his other girlfriend / baby mom with his kid with the other girl that cheated on your husband, Offset, allegedly. That's gotta be a very embarrassing, painful moment because it's not just one. It's not like, okay, he's with the girl that Offset cheated on allegedly. He's with the girl that Offset cheated on allegedly, and he's with the current baby mom who's bragging that she's still with him with the kid that he just had 2 weeks from your kid. That's got to be a very embarrassing moment.
For sure, but you got to have all your loves there, especially if we was getting into it before.
You got to have all your loves there.
If okay, no, I'm not being toxic. We're gonna be honest, right? If you knew the kid, and I tell my friends this, who like date girls who are in a certain life of the night. If you knew her character going into it, why do you want to change her character when you know on Friday she got to go to 29?
29.
So same with him. Everyone knew his character, elite sniper. That's not going to change overnight. And if we get into a little kerfuffle and then the baby mama gets to text it, what you currently dealing with, the baby brand new, still smell like a new baby, of course I'm going to sit you over there. Let's be real. And after, this the other thing too, as a man, if I see you dog walk your man or your husband, I know you're going to dog walk me. I may beat you to the punch. The relationship, let's be real.
Oh, say that again. If you, and I've had it happen to me. I've had people be like, yo, I talked to such and such. They spoke bad about you. If you fuck with them and they fuck with you, I know they'll never treat me well. It's a character issue. If she dog walked her husband to him, I know you're going to do it to me. Let me beat you to the punch. You don't have to like what I'm saying, but this is real life. If you knew his character before, why are you upset? Y'all was on a boat partying, seeing him catch a vibe with somebody else who was not an issue then. Why is it an issue now? Because it wasn't. I think that's the thing. Look, all right, there's a few things.
I agree.
First, we got to ask why she's a interesting case study here because she's speaking more for not just herself. Why do women prefer the toxic shit?
Toxic shit, yeah.
Because you knew who he was before this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You knew he had 4 kids in 1 month. You knew Stefon. They got that
and that's
viral,
elite timing too.
They got that viral clip with one of his teammates in
every teammate
was like, yo, I would not want my sister to be with Stefon Diggs. Like, and then you choose to be with him. Like, what do women find attractive in men that they know is the most toxic shit in the world? Like, is it the excitement level? Is it that I could potentially change him? Is it because, let's be honest,
combination.
Cardi wasn't looking for the chartered accountant.
They're never looking for the good dude. They're looking for
or even an NFL player. There's a lot of NFL players that are just nerds.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
She wanted somebody just as turned as she is until she realizes, oh fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of women like that.
There's a lot of men. Same reason why men like toxic ass women and then get mad at the outcome. Often we pick people who are a mirror of us. She clearly is hurt. Offset put her through a lot. She put Offset through a lot. So you think that the next person is going to rectify or fix that. The fix is in the work that you do on yourself and that you do in the mirror. Oftentimes, like if you go back and look at the relationships you have, there's a direct correlation with how you feel about yourself and the work you have or have not done based on who you attract. But if you into toxic shit, like a lot of people, not all, a lot of women are, because a lot of that shit is fun and exciting and they got warrior energy and all that. But there's trade-offs to all that shit. Men do it too. Men try and take hoes all the time and turn them into wife material. How many times Corinne didn't change her name and got somebody else to sold him a dream on I'm gonna be better. Or other girl who just got the other Christian boyfriend after she was just Muslim.
Or Brittany Griner? Brittany Reiner? What's her name?
Brittany Griner, yep. Britt, I don't want no smoke.
I feel like, I don't know. Was he wrong? Was Stefon wrong?
No, he wasn't wrong.
He was not wrong.
If we already, let's be real, if we already on the outs, what's one more wrong gonna do? The boy been doing wrong and she been doing wrong since they got together. Just because you want to play the public PR game, no, I don't have time for that shit today. No.
He's been consistent.
Yeah, all the way through. Never lied to you. Told you what it was. Posted it online. Like the girls posted it online. One of them girls tried to drop the T and he beat her to the punch. Like, yeah, so what? Yeah, so what? So what? What you gonna do? Now you done told Shade Room. That's not gonna stop a fucking thing. And it's not gonna stop somebody else from fucking one. And the crazy part is
that's the craziest part.
You're not gonna stop.
Part.
You can tell people you're a dog and they're more attracted to it.
That's the craziest part. See, y'all get up here, y'all shit be cat. Everybody be like, oh,
nobody would deal with that. Okay.
It's a reason why Future has 12 kids. There's a reason why Stefon has 9 kids or whatever. Like, Future go outside tomorrow, and there's gonna be a line of people that's gonna be willing, a line of women that's willing to be number 13.
Yep. And
these are educated people with master's degrees. With
these ain't the thoughts y'all be saying.
I'm from good family.
Yes. 2-parent household, grew up Baptist and Methodist. You was in Sunday school, you was in Jack and Jill, and now you in the back jacking them off in the club. Them be the main ones. Or the little business conference baddies. Ooh, Lord. Get your tickets to Invest Fest.
That's a fact. Get your tickets.
And she's not the holy. I like Cardi a lot. She's not the holiest either. Not the holiest either.
Oh,
just because he did it more, it's like, all right, cool.
Shout out to Cardi, man. I do feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for her because I don't know, but I feel like she's a good person. I feel like she's a good person. I feel like she got a good spirit. And it's embarrassing. It's sad. It's really is. Because now you got 4 kids. You done went through this shit once publicly, got embarrassed.
Somebody else soon, bro. It's Valentine's Day.
It's getting harder and harder. I didn't think that she was gonna be able to do it after 3 kids, to be honest. She did. But 4 kids now, 2 public and very embarrassing situations. Like back to back, you got embarrassed publicly. Yeah, like you said, I guess you're a reflection. You're catching a reflection of yourself, and I guess you gotta like do some inner work to kind of see why you are attracted to that. But all the women out there that's saying like, yo, it can never be me. It can never be me until it's you. Because that'd be the craziest thing too. Like everybody be like, no, I would never do that. I would never do that. But you always do it. You
have done it with somebody lesser.
So
with somebody lesser.
We need to study that. That needs to be studied. That's psychological. Why some women, a lot of women are attracted to very destructive forces. That needs to be studied. People often like someone who is adored or admired by others. That's human nature. Everybody wants somebody that's somebody. But I'm just saying, it's one thing to want somebody that's wanted. It's another thing to want somebody that 100% is toxic. Like toxic level on 100. You knew Stefon Diggs was toxic 100. His teammates said, if I could have anybody on this team that I would not want my sister to be with, it would be him. That's a lot coming from multiple locker rooms, bro. Every single teammate said it. Like 30 of them. Yeah. That's men. That's men telling you that. That's not even a woman. That's not the woman. That's a man telling you that. In a public interview. And then he had 4 kids in 1 month. And the fellas also tell you just to be fearless in life and who you are. You don't got to have to be a facade. You just keep it real. And often too, they want you more when you are taking or have somebody. Or even for him as a sniper, that's the best thing he could have did for the next 15 that he gonna get in Miami or New York or wherever he lined them up at. This goes back to my theory about love bombing. He's one of these guys. He sent a whole truck full of roses. Are you? What is it with roses? No matter, you could do the most craziest shit to a woman. You could cheat on her with their mother. If you get them the roses, the big ass roses, all is like
the chemical roses that last for a
was
year.
that like Cupid that did something at the beginning of history that started like who started the
rose? It's a great marketing exercise.
The most
beers,
toxic shit in the world.
Mm-hmm.
If you give roses, all is forgiven. You can have 5 babies outside of somebody and come with a bouquet of roses.
Mm-hmm.
And all is forgiven.
Yep.
And the roses, mind you, those roses don't even last long.
But it's all marketing. You got to, like, De Beers has diamonds. You guys going to chat GPT. Who made the giving roses thing, red roses in particular, the thing to do?
And like I said, that goes back to the love bombing thing. He gave a truck full of roses. He came in on some like, yo, I want to heal you. He came in heavy.
That's when they come in with the prayer or I want to fix you. That's when you know it's bullshit. But it worked. It works, bro. That's the other part. If you love, but like, okay, elite snipers know how to prey upon a person the same way that the elite women snipers know how to. They like the elite women snipers can see your insecurity, your desires, your dreams, and find a way to mold themselves like a witch almost into the thing that you need them to be to get what they want. It's the same thing with the love bombing. You're okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna heal you, and I'm gonna be faithful, and I'm never fuck around. And we go for time.
Speaking of love bombing, Valentine's Day coming up. What's your thoughts on Valentine's Day?
I think it's amazing, but I also think that whatever holiday that you celebrate, you should try and create that magic every day, not just one day a year. That's for both men and women or whoever you date. Same with Christmas. Like if you are trying to create moments, you shouldn't just wait till November and December to create amazing moments with your family. So I think it's a good reminder, but if you are in love and appreciation of a person, you should need a date to tell you, hey, appreciate your person on this day for capitalism.
That's another thing too. Some women, it's like the roses thing. Some women, they don't even be talking to nobody all year, and it'd be like they just wait for Valentine's Day as like this. That's like Black Friday. Like that's going to make up big day. Years. Like as long as I got a Valentine, as long as I go out on dinner for Valentine's, I'm good. Like I don't care. He ain't called me in 8 months. Like it'd be like hanging on to like, and now they got the gallon times.
Fellas, if y'all thought them girls trips was bad, the Galentine's wine party,
the Galentine shit. That's like the Friendsgiving. That's like Friendsgiving. Now they got the Galentine.
Pretty much. Yep. Fellas, go check them stories. If they ain't posting nothing by like 5 o'clock.
What's the biggest mistake that somebody could make for Valentine's?
Being stupid before.
Being stupid before Valentine's Day.
Yeah. If you get the fucking it up before you get to the like how the Patriots did. You didn't even get to the end zone. So
that might not be a mistake though. That might have saved you.
Oh yeah, it's always listen, any blessing from God. Any blessing from God.
That's the pull a fire alarm.
Ooh, Lord.
Get everybody out the building.
Yeah. But also just not being good company, not being good energy. That's it. But take those same habits and find a way to apply them every day, not just one day a year. You do anything for Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I think for me, the biggest mistake is this. The biggest mistake is not leaving something before Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. A lot of people try to bridge their way through. It's like playing on a broke ankle. Like they'll like the relationship is falling apart. Like obviously the Cardi B thing, it was falling apart. They should have just ended this before. And you try to say,
before Christmas,
Valentine's Day is what's going to make it. It's going to give it a second life. No, it's not. You're just going to end up spending a bunch of money for no reason. And then on Sunday you're gonna have an argument, and then it's going to be like, damn, I should have just ended this on Thursday.
For real.
If it's dying, pull a plug. The work, yeah, like you said, it's Christmas, Valentine's Day, all of these. It's like we call it bridge holidays. You thinking, okay, if I could just survive this,
we'll be okay.
And then you just gonna even double because now you pissed that you done spent your paycheck.
Yeah.
At least you could have invested in the market.
Yeah, business, something. For sure, immediately. What's the most thoughtful thing a woman has done for you for Valentine's Day?
I can't even remember, honestly.
I know we laughing, but that's sad.
No, I can't.
I know we laughing. But okay, same thing, fellas. Put it in chat. What's the most thoughtful thing somebody's ever done for you? You 41, going back since whenever you started date 12. You can't think of one thing.
For Valentine's Day specifically, I really don't remember, to be honest. And no disrespect,
Yeah.
I don't want no problems, no disrespect,
for real.
But you just asked me a question, so I gotta just give you the answer. You said specifically for Valentine's Day in the past. I've never really been a big Valentine's Day person, to be honest, too. So to be fair,
if you ain't get nothing, ain't nothing to celebrate. Like all the people who hate Christmas don't never really get nothing. I get it. Like, but think about that.
But Valentine's Day is supposed to be for the woman, though.
For sure.
So you think you should get something on Valentine's Day?
For all that I do around the year and the lifestyle that I provide that only 1% of all people who ever lived on fucking Earth have gotten, of course. Y'all can say it's sassy or who you want to do. I feel you. Hey, girl. So, yeah.
So what's the most thoughtful thing somebody's ever done for you for Valentine's Day?
I can't remember. I can't remember. Last year was dope though. I give her credit, but I can't. But that's last year. And when I wrote this question, I'm like, let me go back and think. Right. And be real with you. I don't know. Last year was great, but other than that, nope.
I already know what the common consensus is going to be. The common consensus is that Valentine's Day is for women. Men,
for sure.
Men shouldn't even be worried about getting anything for Valentine's Day, and it should be all about the woman.
The other do something for you for the Valentine's Day though.
Men's day is Father's Day. That's
and even then don't be celebrated the way burly. Most men get ties and socks or cool water cologne that's in the bottom of the clearance rack. There'll be no thought. So
oh man.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are all just jokes written by 85 South.
100%.
Get your tickets to 85 South Comedy Tour.
100%.
Coming to a city near you.
Near you.
Mm-hmm.
Near you. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. That is a fact. How you feel about the Bad Bunny show?
I thought it was dope. I went to the concert last year in August, so it was a recreation of that. But I thought the symbolism in it was great. The highlighting of the electricity issues in Puerto Rico. I mean, think about that. For it to be a territory of the United States to have electrical grid issues every day, telling. To start with the slaves and the sugar cane, I thought that was telling. America gave you what you wanted. Gave you a white performer to sing on stage, Lady Gaga. So I thought the symbolism was great, and I know some people push back on it, but I'm wondering, why are y'all more upset at the Bad Bunny performance than you are the fucking Epstein files? There's way more talk about, and I'm not a Puff Avenger, right? But if we're going to talk about media coverage, and to the black churches and evangelical churches and to the conservatives, man, it's a lot of y'all who are quiet as hell about these atrocities that have happened and children being killed, and even some of those who were trafficked are now allegedly agents for him. Why are y'all so goddamn quiet? But you have a lot to say about a 14-minute performance when this has been a 50-year run of corruption worldwide, and a lot of y'all knew. To all of y'all who say, I don't know what to do with the files, make the same fucking uproar you did about Puff. I'm not defending Puff, but a lot of y'all are super quiet about them files. I told y'all on Market Mondays, y'all can go look up the episode. Yo, you curse too much. I said, some of y'all are working for murderers and pedophiles telling me not to curse. Some of y'all were working in tangent. Don't talk to me about no decorum. So I thought the performance was great, but I want y'all to perform louder about these fouls. And who y'all want next year? Taylor Swift? Taylor not doing it. Drake turned it down. Y'all not gonna have Breezy, who I think should do it next year. I think it was a great show. I couldn't understand it. Y'all didn't understand the Macarena either. Y'all sang that shit like crazy. In 2000, motherfucker gonna drink tequila and celebrate Cinco de Mayo, which is not a real Mexican holiday, like crazy. And then you're like, don't put a Puerto Rican on stage. What? Okay. You lucky Hove don't get up there and do Blueprint 1 and 2. So, but what you think about it?
Yeah, I thought it was impactful as far as the messaging, like you said, the sugar cane, which is a reference to slavery, the power grid issues. They even had Ricky Martin up there talking about don't do us like you did Hawaii.
Yeah,
you study the history of Hawaii, and it was annexed. Hawaii was a kingdom. It wasn't just an empty island. It was a kingdom that had civilizations for hundreds of years, thousands of years. And America came and annexed it and took it over and dethroned the queen. And that's a very sad story. And just only because they needed positioning to Japan, so they needed an American territory in the Pacific Ocean. So I feel like he did what Kendrick Lamar did. Like for black people, for black Americans, like, the black American, that was he told the Uncle Sam story with Samuel Jackson, and, he had all of the messaging and then all that. And then Bad Boy did what he put on for his culture, Puerto Rico, and just Spanish speaking cultures in general, Caribbean. He had at the end about a lot of different flags up there, a lot of different countries represented. So I mean, you might not have enjoyed it if you don't. If you're not into that type of music, you don't understand Spanish. Okay, I get it. But I just
if you don't, you can hear the hits. Like a lot of the mumble rap, y'all don't understand.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that don't like rap. That would be like, yo, I don't like this. I'm not into this shit. But I feel like he did a good job as far as he put thought into it. He put on for the culture. He had the music, he had the dancing, salsa merengue and all of that, and bachata. It made a lot of people proud that to see that on the big screen at the biggest stage in American football. So I thought that was really dope. I feel like people like Kid Rock is just and that's the crazy thing about racism. It just blinds you. So for Kid Rock to say that Jay-Z is a DEI hire, where he's only increased ratings, and
for sure. The
two biggest watched halftime shows of all time are under Jay-Z's. Like, he's worked. No matter whether you like it or not, you don't appreciate the music. The NFL hired him for ratings, and that's what he's delivered. Like I said, Kendrick Lamar is the second highest rated show. Now we gotta talk about Michael Jackson, because that's crazy for him to get 130 million people in a time before streaming.
Before social media.
That's really the equivalent to like 250 million in today.
Absolutely.
That's not talked about enough. Michael Jackson, what he did is actually unbelievable. But I mean, the biggest one of all time, Bad Bunny. The second biggest one of all time, Kendrick Lamar. I mean, how do you call him a DEI hire? Like, when you yourself did an alternative performance that got 5 million views.
And an alternative performance that he did is a derivative of the original, which comes from In Living Color.
And it was rap shit.
Yeah.
That's why I saw his career. He started as a knockoff
rapper. Yep. A lot of them do. They'll start off in the rap and then they'll merge over to other genres and trying to erase the origin story. But that's often a lot of their way in.
No.
And then they'll turn it back.
Majority of them, actually.
Yep.
So I thought, shout out to Benito. I thought that he did a good job, and I just feel like, if you was hating, it's mostly like people that just don't understand it. Like, I feel like Mace, I don't think he was hating. I just think that he's out the loop. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't live in New York. Like, he don't understand how powerful Spanish.
Mace travel though, right?
Yeah, but it's just different in New York. I think you got a different appreciation if you live in New York. Like, you understand how powerful Bad Bunny is and how powerful that whole genre of music is. Like, that's really moving. Like, that's what's moving in the clubs.
Yeah.
More than rap. More powerful.
He is super. Like, I first saw him in Playa in 2018. It's like women was falling out the sky when this shit came on. It's like, who was that? They're like, oh, you from Puerto Rico? Bro, like you gotta travel the world. And they said the same thing with Afrobeats. And Afrobeats took over, except Tyler. Yeah.
So for him to be like, yo, it's getting worse and worse every year, but the numbers are getting better and better every year.
And who do you want to see?
Chris Brown. That's what he said. But Chris Brown's not going to do it.
Me too. Yeah, and I don't want to talk about the reasons why, but no.
I think we all know. I think we all know. I think we all know the reasons why. But unfortunately,
is he overdue to do it? And would it be one of the best performances? Yes, but there's conflict there. Will Drake do it? He's turned it down. It's conflict there. You're running out of people who are even eligible to bring that kind of audience. For those you don't know, like Benito's like Michael Jackson in reggaeton. So, I don't know who you next year's gonna be tall water, unless they go get Taylor.
Yeah, you gotta get jealous.
And she don't want to do it. She's not going to let you have all them rights. And let's talk about the business part. I'm not mad at her because I'm going to need those rights to be able to stream that shit on Netflix or somewhere else. And I'm not going to do this for free and pay $10 million for a set. Even with Bad Bunny, 90-10 split. I think he's the first artist of that magnitude in reggaeton to have now famously No Limit, Cash Money, 90-10 split. So kudos to Wendy Day, Michael Jackson's lawyer. But he was the first to have that co-owner relationship there. The business part is really fascinating too, to sell all those albums and streams and have all that leverage in play. But she's not gonna do it. And why should she? For a look.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Tomorrow we're gonna be in DC.
Yep.
Tap in. We got the Market Mondays Black Friday deal. Anybody take advantage of that, we're going to do DC Mastermind. We're going to be talking to some of the most powerful politicians in America, and then we're going to be doing the Mastermind, and it's a whole day of events. So tap in for that. If you're interested, you'll see it on social media. EYO University. Go to EYOuniversity.com. We have the options class next week, and that was part of the bundle deal as well. You had access to Red Panda, access to EYO University, and then you got access to the Masterminds and the NVIDIA tour also.
That's a hell of a deal. Yep. Staying in the theme of love. Yeah, I know you said you hadn't got anything memorable for Valentine's Day. If someone's listening, what do you wish that somebody would do for you for Valentine's Day?
Peace and happiness.
Life could be so simple, right?
Al Green song. Peace and happiness.
Yep.
Love and happiness. I think that was the name of the song.
Yeah, love and
happiness.
But I just drift. Yep.
Peace and happiness, man.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
That's the biggest present. Peace of mind is priceless. Somebody told me that years ago. Peace of mind is priceless. Mm-hmm. No matter how much money you have, no matter how much, nothing like the price of peace of mind. It's prime. That's why people will walk away from a divorce and give away half of their earnings, or give away, like, you know what, I can make the money back, but
I can make money back. Yep.
The stress of it all is just too much.
Mm-hmm.
So peace and happiness. That's what I'm on for life.
It's a great answer.
Private school versus public school from a financial standpoint. Let's talk about this because I saw this on CNBC. I thought it was pretty interesting because the average price of public school in New York City, what do you think it is?
A public school?
Private school. The average price of private school in New York City, what do you think it is?
Probably got to be, what, $30,000 a year?
$70,000 a year.
Wait, Rashad, timeout. You still stay there? Oh, my boy. TV timeout. What?
That's what's happening. That's happening. In New York, the New York City, greater New York City area, the average price for a higher level private school, not Catholic school.
Gotcha.
Private school,
like an elite private school. Yeah.
An elite private school. The average price is $70,000 a year.
It's worth it though. If you can afford it.
Okay, is it worth it though? Because that was the thing. So CNBC said, okay, they brought up the thing of if you invest the money, and they did it to age 50, but I did a calculation. Even if you do it to age 30, right? Let's say you put $70,000 away, and then for 4 years, and then you just let that grows for 12% a year, and then you don't put any more money away. Then you let it grow. Then you let it sit for another 12 years. So by the time the child is 30 years old, right? So by the time a child's 30 years old, they'll have $1.3 million. with the price that you would have paid for the private school.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pros and cons for this private school situation.
Definitely a trade-off.
And I think I can speak about this because I went to public and private school, and I have my son who went to public and private school.
Mm-hmm.
It's tricky as a parent because on one hand, public schools are very segregated, which is ironic.
Mm-hmm.
We can go down this rabbit hole if you want, but they say like from the Brown versus the Board of Education desegregated the public school district in America.
Legally, but not actually.
And it's even more segregated now than it was then.
Yep.
And I know this from the public school that I went to. Traditionally, usually, white people live in all white neighborhoods.
Mm-hmm.
Black people live in all black neighborhoods. And that's been done for Redline. And there's so many different reasons why. But America's a very segregated place. And it reflects in the school system.
Mm-hmm.
So you face two dilemmas. You can send your kid to a public school. Unfortunately, a lot of times, depending on where you live, if you're in a black neighborhood, then the education system is going to be lower.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be less resourced. And you're going to have obstacles. It's not going to be the best level of education, unfortunately. You can make enough money and move to a white neighborhood, but then you'll be the only black kid in a white
and feel out of place.
Neighborhood.
Yep.
And I've heard stories about that, how that doesn't work out. That's even worse than going to a bad black school.
Yeah.
Then there's a few neighborhoods that's like some level of mixed, but there's not a lot. Then you do the private school route, and you could pay a lot of money for a private school, and you can get some good level of diversity in private schools as well. But man, you spend so much money, and then it's like, well, a lot of kids are not graduating, they still can't get a job.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
that's the issue.
Even if you I know people that went to high level private school. Just because you went to a private school does not mean you're going to be successful in life.
Yeah,
because I know people that went to private school and it's like, damn, you could have just went to a public school. But it does give you greater possibility
and greater access. Yep,
and greater access, and that's important. But then you spend so much money on that. And like the CNBC thing, I was interested because they're like, yo, what if you spend that money you invested? Would it be better to just give an adult millions of dollars as an adult, as opposed to investing in a child when they're young with the maybe they make it to Harvard, maybe they don't. So it's a very tricky.
It's tricky. It's tricky. And even if, let's say, going forward, people say, I'm not going to put my kid in private, I'm going to invest it, they'll adjust the rate of return over that 15-year period. We're seeing it in Bitcoin now. We're seeing it with CapEx spend now. All private schools are not created equal. And of course, there's a tax on the emotional side of parents wanting their kids to do well. So you got to vet the success rate of the school. And that's easier to do now than ever, but you're really paying for curriculum, teacher, and network more than anything. I did read an interesting stat though. For this generation is going to be the first generation that makes less than their parents at the same age. And if you look at the number of people who are married and own a home this year that are 30, it's at 12%, which is the lowest rate that has ever been in the United States of America. So it's a tougher conversation than it was in 2000, and definitely tougher than it was in the early 1990s. But I think if I have to pick, private is the way to go. It just depends on the school. But man, I didn't know it was that much in New York. I'm grateful to be here in Houston. I'm not.
So what school? What grade is Xander?
5th.
He goes to private school or public school?
Public now, but in private next year.
So you're sending him to private school next year? Mm-hmm. And the plan is to keep him private for the rest of his career.
I have to. That's what my parents did for me.
And the reason why you're doing that is because everything you just said.
Higher level of education, access, what schools they can route into for university opportunity. I know a lot of people say it doesn't matter, but also as a parent, you have to have a plan for your child, and then you have to make sure that your child follows that plan. You just can't throw them to private school, and think everything's going to be okay. Same with, like, let's say AAU. Some people think if you just put your kid in AAU, you're automatically going to be recruited and then be able to go to college. You need a plan all the way through. need to plan all the way through. So yeah, I've danced with the idea of both, but my answer is to do both, to put him in private and continue investing the money for him. And then if he's doing what I need him to do when he's an adult, you'll get your disbursement. If you're not, I'll be happy to keep the money in my possession.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I look at it from as some things intangibly that private school has benefits that public school doesn't. Even outside of the curriculum education, it's like being able to look at life differently, small classrooms, group discussions, like that
exposure to certain things
that wires your brain
differently.
So yeah, I mean, I look at it like, for me, my son, he's the biggest investment because he could be my biggest liability if not done correctly. I've seen that happen.
That's a great point. Yeah.
If your children could be your biggest liability in life. I've seen this happen before. As an adult, it's draining to have a child that you have to support, or a child that's a continuous fuck up. And that's mentally draining. It's mentally draining.
Yeah.
It's financially draining as well. So it's like, it's gonna be my biggest, but a child can be your biggest asset in life later. I see that too.
Absolutely.
Where it's like you can have a child where he's gonna be paying for the house, or he's paying for, you know, if you got medical bills or whatever. Like, there's a child that's actually not a burden, he's a blessing. Or she's a blessing, as far as. So the biggest investment, because hopefully it's the biggest asset, and hopefully it's not the biggest liability, because a child can 100,000% become a liability, and that's not talked about enough either.
It happens a lot.
A child,
you seen it with Glorilla's sister.
100, because everybody talk about your partner, your wife, or your husband could be your biggest liability, and that's a fact. That is true. But a child could be even as big or bigger of a liability. If you're a parent and your child is a fuck up, and you know, the drug addict or a criminal, keep going back to jail, or you know, you gotta always give them money and you gotta stay up, because it sounds good to say, by the time my child gets 18 or 20 years old, I did all I could do. They on their own. That sounds
it doesn't work that way.
That sounds good in theory. But 9 times out of 10, especially a mother, you're not just going to just be able to just detach from your child and just say, "You okay? Be homeless."
Okay. Yeah.
Like, know what I'm saying? Like, you're not just going to say,
you can't do it. And throwing to the world at 18 is unfair.
Or even any age. Like, somebody could be 40 years old and it's still your child.
For sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think there's too many people that's just going to be comfortable just saying, "Well, fuck it. I gave it my all." Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, unless they're messing up really bad. But and given what the economy is, I mean, I was talking to Isha about this yesterday, and I won't say his daughter's age, but he like, by the time my daughter gets to school, because he was saying, you know, what one of his friends pays for college in New York. Like, by the time my daughter gets to college probably $150 a year.
Facts.
And I'm like, well, I didn't think of it like that, but great point, because I never thought we would have institutions that you were paying $100,000 for that were not Ivy League. It's more common than people think. So, yeah, you can't. I think it's a mistake to throw them to the world and the wolves at 18, or even in some cases, even at 21, especially with the job market being what it is. It's tough.
Yeah, but put it in chat. I know a lot of parents watch this show.
For sure. Kudos to y'all.
What do you think? And everybody obviously doesn't have the option to send their kids to private school either. But what do you think about the dilemma of you know, trying to figure that out?
And like I said, every private is not perfect. But I know what my parents sacrificed for me, and it's panned out well for me. Just the people that you meet along the way. You can't say that it doesn't have an impact. It does. You do have to have a plan going into it, though.
And definitely just your network, the people that you're around.
Absolutely.
Just the classroom structure, conversations,
work ethic, aptitude. Because even when I got to college was way easier when I left Bishop Noel. Like high school, my senior year was way tougher than freshman and sophomore year, which also gave me my blueprint for even this day to how to study. Like, rest in peace, Mr. Bentley. my junior year U.S. history teacher. He was the first teacher that taught me how to study.
Well,
It helps me to this day.
And that's another thing that you need from a real estate standpoint. You need to be aware of when you're moving as a family. One of the biggest determining factors on real estate prices is school districts. So
for sure,
a lot of times people will move into a school area that doesn't have a good school district, but they'll send their kid to private school. Well, that's another added cost that you got to already think about, factored in. On top of your living expenses, you got to think, okay, I'm not, and that happens, especially like in the city. That's like people move to the city. They're not people, all these millionaires and billionaires that live in Manhattan, they're not sending their kids to New York City's public school.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if it's like a few, like, advanced public schools or like a special, school of the arts. But for the most part, they're paying $5 million for a condo in Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're sending their kids to private school for $75,000 on top of the $25,000 a month mortgage that they're paying.
Mm-hmm. That's levels to it, man. It is definitely levels to it. All jokes aside, going back to the Cardi thing, how should he have navigated that baby mother girlfriend situation if you're like not co-parent, but if your ex and your current are there?
He can make the argument that this is my family. I'm not even doing nothing wrong. Like, it's not like I just got a side chick here. This is the mother of my child. You knew. Because he didn't even spend Christmas with Cardi. He spent Christmas with another.
That's why I told you. You always on the outs anyway. And I don't like when people play the social media game. Not saying her, because I love her. Shout out Party Gang, all that. But when people like to play the social media perception game too much, for a person who don't care nothing about that, you just said it. And Thanksgiving either, allegedly. So we spent the last 3 holidays together. How you, man? He ain't do nothing but dapper. Not like he hugged and kissed her before the game. So. I get in trouble.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think I don't know. It's one of these situations where when you having multiple women, you either gotta tell the truth.
Which is a headache. Yeah.
Tell the truth up front to everybody, or deal with the consequence. And I think he's prepared to deal with the consequences. I feel like, unfortunately, I kind of feel like the Cardi thing, unfortunately, I feel sorry for her because I feel like he did it for public. I think he did it for clout.
You got to know when somebody wants you for you. And even when we had these conversations, people like, yo, why do y'all have these conversations? There are people in high net worth situations going through this all the time. You just may not hear about them right away. You got to know if somebody wants you for you or if they want you because of who you are. Also, after them relationships, you got to take a little bit of time to heal because the vultures are watching. And I think it was a little bit cloudy because it definitely elevated his profile.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cam Newton.
About the platonic relationship thing?
Yeah, what do you feel about that?
Well, we spoke about that last week. That was the last thing that we spoke about on Blackout last week.
That was a healthy version because Schroe was here.
Well, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that? The Cam Newton saying that a man and a woman can't have platonic relationships. What's your thoughts? We didn't hear your thoughts on it. What's your thoughts?
I don't think that's not true.
It's not true?
Yeah, you can have, it's easy to have platonic female friends.
How many friends do you have that's women?
Probably 4, 5.
When you say friend, how often are you talking to them?
I don't know, probably once a week, once every 2 weeks, something like that. I'm not hanging with them every day. I don't talk to damn near nobody every day except my son and mom and dad. But it's not as hard as people make. And this is if we're gonna be real, a lot of the women who y'all like think are dope online, not the most fun to be around in person, or there may not be that much depth in conversation. Like once you stop looking at the physical only and get to looking at the spiritual, sometimes there's nothing to do there sexually or emotionally with them.
Well, let's talk about that because I think that was a clip. Who said that? Somebody said that pretty much paraphrasing, the prettier a woman is, the more boring she is.
It's a correlation to it, especially if you don't agree.
I don't agree with that.
Ooh, tell me more.
I 100 million thousand quadrillion % don't agree with that. I think it's the exact opposite.
Tell me more.
I feel
you smart. Listen, fellas, you ever guard somebody and as soon as they hit tween step back, you know you're cooked. This boy good. This motherfucker is prime James Harden with Iverson's heart. Ooh, when y'all clip this up, Rashad, what you say? I agree with you.
All right, so for full context, this is Simba. Like, let's play the clip.
I swear, it's like the badder they is, the less entertaining they are. It's like the cuter a girl is, the less she speak. It's crazy as shit. It's like they don't have no personality. They don't even know how to find a park. I be hanging with bad bitches and shit, going out to eat and just hanging out, bringing them through the studio, playing music and shit. They have the hardest time finding somewhere to park. It's fucking crazy. It's like, bitch, you too bad to be this idiotic. It don't make no fucking sense. You fly as hell. Like you bad as a motherfucker. You putting some type of thought into your appearance. Why you not putting that same type of thought into life? Like what is going on? Like you just look good, but you dumb as hell. Like I can't even have a conversation with you about 1 + 1. Like you don't even know it equals 2.
Salute Simba. But yeah, so all right. So here's why I don't
Simba, stand down on that thing that reply. You doing? I love you.
Oh, the J. Cole?
It ain't needed. It ain't needed. It's okay. It ain't. You said something first. He said something back. Let's call it even, my brother. You cooking on the streaming. Your deal flow great. Let's okay.
Shout out to Simba. Simba, my brother, Simba, man.
Yeah, I love Simba. He a good dude.
You know why I don't agree with that?
Me either. But tell me your version of why.
It's like when Nas said females, that's the sexiest. So like I feel like for me personally, I feel like girls that are pretty or have pretty privilege, they play by a different set of rules in life, and they afford a different level of luxuries. A lot of times they be the most wild, craziest because they could get away with shit.
Yeah.
So they don't have the same social constraints that a regular person has. Mm-hmm. Their social norms is not even. They don't know that you can't just walk into a restaurant and just put it like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's in their brain that they've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's kind of bad because it makes them toxic sometimes. Because it's like they're outside.
Getting away with
they're used to getting away with some shit. Now, a lot of beautiful women are self-conscious and have low self-esteem. That's true.
What's the irony? Yes,
that's true for sure, 100%. But I also feel like a lot of them, not all, but a lot of beautiful women are the best vibes because they don't give a fuck. They like, you know what I'm saying? Like they go through life. It's just like a vibe. Like life is a vibe for them.
Yeah.
It's just a vibe. Like they're the vibe. 9 times out of 10, they don't have to play by social standards. They don't got to worry about, what everybody else got to worry about. So their life is a vibe. Mm-hmm. And that's how Drake, they're the people that Drake makes music for. Like when Drake is talking about the turf and all of this, and we on the yacht and we turn it up another night in Miami and
live for the day. Yep.
He's not talking about the regular, 9 to 5, no disrespect, but he's talking about a specific group of women,
category women. Yep.
That he's around, that's inspiring the music that he's making.
Yeah.
The turn up crew.
Yeah. The baddie crowd. The elite baddie crowd. Yeah.
The elite baddie crowd. Mm-hmm. So I don't agree with Simba. I don't think that they are boring. Or now, as far as like can't find a parking lot, that might be a valid.
Yeah, I think he may be saying the intellectual aptitude may not.
That might be
the depth may not be there. As far as fun and
the depth. Oh yeah, if you're trying to have
a deep conversation, about, enlightenment,
Chinese, but some of them can. That's a common misconception too.
That's what makes it really attractive. Yeah, if you got
find an intelligent, you can find the intelligent baddie, and 9 times out of 10, they've been waiting to have this conversation their whole life because nobody ever took them serious. Yeah. So when you actually start talking some real shit, it's good at that. No disrespect. no disrespect at all, but I'm just saying, like, as far as like who will be able to have those type of conversations, 19 Keys, because
for sure
they'll be attracted to his intellect,
yeah,
and then he'll be able to start talking some shit, and then before you know it, it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, you could just see like a lot of, like, when he's on investment stage, it's a lot of women that's paying close attention to him.
Yeah,
because they've been wanting to have these conversations for
a while.
They've been wanting to have these
on stage. We said not to cut your wisdom.
Yeah, and they want to have they don't want to just have the regular how to flip your money in future trading and options and S&P. That's cool, but they want to have the shit about
esoteric.
They want to have the Billy Carson, like with the realm of the underworld, realm of the leprechauns. You'd be surprised.
The cosmos and astrology talk.
Yo, the stars and quasars. You'd be surprised.
For real. My house is in Venus. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in Leo rising too. Leo rising right now.
Leo rising.
Gotcha.
The Leo rising.
You gotta be well versed, my boy.
100%. 100%. Billy Carson, 19 Keys. Shaka Bars.
Shaka, another one.
That's why Shaka attract him. That's why Shaka attract him. It's not just, you know, him running around shirtless in the Amazon rainforest, but he be talking that shit. And
fresh fruits and MMA. And the fellas, them the ones who you didn't think were snipers. You're like, I had no clue. Boy, you'd be surprised. There's a few of them who some of your favorite thought leaders. And there was a table full of women feeding the 5,000. Damn, okay.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You
gotta be careful.
Yo, you could play the game like they not harmless. Like they would be the most dangerous ones.
Absolutely. So
yeah, so I don't 100% agree with that. I think that I think it all depends, but you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. That's one thing I've learned in life. Yo, you would be surprised.
Yeah.
You would be surprised.
If a man hasn't attracted the love of his life by this Valentine's Day over the next year, what would you have him do to be a gravitational pull to attract the love that he wants?
Get your money right. Get your money right.
It's a lot of them with money who still can't get them.
A lot?
It's a lot, but you judge by how you move. No.
A lot?
It's a lot, bro. It's a lot.
Really? I think there's a lot of lame out here dudes with money that's getting a bunch of, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's an overabundance of.
Yeah, because they're paying for him. That's the other part. Like, if I only see you with it twice, well, at some point, or the energy not there. It's just sipping paint. It's dry as hell. The chemistry dry at the dinner table. Ain't nobody talking, man. You know. So.
But yeah, I mean, not all jokes aside though, I do feel like self-improvement is the best way to attract. You're gonna attract the energy. It's like a magnetic force field.
Yeah.
It's the law of inertia. Once you get your shit together, and it's not just money, it's your physical appearance, it's your go on the 75 hard day challenge. Lose 20 pounds, study Mandarin, learn how to speak a different language. Once you start to really hit your stride and
that's going back to the other conversation of diversity. It helps.
Yo, you'd be surprised. The shit just starts coming out of nowhere. Like, it's just like, you would be surprised how much energy you just naturally attract.
Yeah.
As opposed to you trying to be overly aggressive, because once you run to it, it's going to run from you.
Absolutely. Yep. Like a kitten. You got to let the cat sit on your lap. No pun intended. Be the energy you want to attract to.
100%.
Be the energy you want to attract. Lastly, what you think about LaRussell signing to Roc Nation?
Shout out to LaRussell, man. I think it's a good deal. I think people's not fully educated on it. People is talking about like, yo, he's sold out and we championed independence. And guys, he's still independent. He has a management / distribution deal, to my knowledge, with Roc Nation. But even if he wasn't, I mean, it doesn't discredit anything. Like, Nipsey Hussle at one point signed to a major label, right? Like anybody that we champion, Master P had a record contract. Like you could still have independence and still have control of your masters, your catalog, and still champion
publishing.
Like he just gave all his rights away and he signed a 360 deal. Like he's still an independent artist. He just has the backing, the management, like I said, distribution, partnership. People got to fully understand partnerships. Like
Charlamagne was saying in an interview, like great interview, by the way, not to cut you off.
Thank you.
Yes, power partnerships is key.
You're only going to go so far by yourself. You're not going to go where you need to go without help from other people. And why would you not leverage institutions or corporations that have arms reach resources that you don't have? It only puts you in better situations. I think we've done that a few different times. We've worked with other corporations. We still maintain our independence of who we are, but in moments, we'll work with Revolt for a couple years. We'll do something with iHeart. We'll do something with, a book company, Crown Publishing. Like that doesn't diminish. Like, oh, earnestly we sold out. No, we're moving forward. So that's important to educate the audience. Shout out to LaRussell, but I think that for anybody that has some level of criticism from it, I just don't think that they fully understand business enough.
Bad Bunny has a record contract. If LaRussell kept his masters and publishing, I don't see what the issue is. And it's only going to be so far that the music goes unless he plays into that ecosystem. He could have a smash top 20 hit, but you need those channels to push it out further. And I don't think he does that tailgate at the Super Bowl unless he does that deal. Was he qualified to do it before? For sure. If you just seen how he has those videos done in one shot, he's been prepping for this, but sometimes you need a little push from an institution or a bigger player that you can't get on your own. So unless it comes out, like you said, he signed a 360 and gave away his masters and his rights, and I'll have a different take. But if it's a partnership, like he said, man, these earners, be happy for him. Be happy for him. We got at a time when AI about to take over anyway. You should be happy he one of the last ones who was innovating.
Let's talk about that. They said, 50% of the commercials was AI? Related?
Yeah.
Super Bowl. And they brought up an interesting, talking about the AI bubble, they brought up an interesting comparison about the last time this has happened was the .com, right before .com. Well, crypto, actually. Crypto. Before the crypto
22, right? Yeah.
Implosion. And then before that was .com, before the .com implosion. But it says a lot about the times that we open AI is running commercials. And so many robots.
What you think of that commercial?
Well, I think it was a good commercial. I just think that it might come off as some level of desperation.
If you're have 800 million active users and adding 10% every month, right? Great commercial, wrong product though, because it really didn't explain or hype what it did. It was a teaser. So I don't know if you want to pay $8 million for a teaser when you could have just directly put it in the ad platform that you're going to have on the app anyway. But what do I know?
Well, let's talk about this. The monkey thing with Trump last week. So they put the video out on the Truth Social. By now, everybody's seen the video. And they had all the Democrats in different animal costumes. Then they had the Obamas at the end of the video as monkeys. And then he said, well, first the press secretary was just trying to brush it off. Like, look, fake outrage. It's the Lion King. Then he came back and said he didn't post it, but, I'm not apologizing, but, he took it down. And then, it was a whole thing on Twitter. And so I think this speaks for a few different things. It shows her high level of ignorance when they keep saying that it's the Lion King. And that's one of these things. When they say that the lion was the king of the jungle, the savages never fully understood that the lions don't live in jungles. You think about that, like they've coined
terms.
The lion, the king of the jungle. They've coined the lion the king of the jungle. A lion does not live in the jungle. You know how I know this? Because I've been to a jungle. A lion lives in a safari. And I've been to a safari. They're as different as Alaska and Miami. It's cold.
Two different ecosystems.
Cold in a jungle. A jungle is escalated most of the time in mountain ranges. It rains all the time. Monkeys and gorillas, animals like that live in jungles. A safari is level ground. It's hot. There's not a lot of vegetation. This is where giraffes live, and this is where lions and zebras live. So from an educational standpoint, that's important. Stop calling the lion the king of a jungle. The lion does not live in a jungle. And monkeys don't live in a safari. So it would be impossible for a monkey to be in Lion King. Some people will say, okay, well, you're just playing with semantics here, but it's important because this goes back to just being so dismissive of so many different things that you just whitewashing history is not just changing the facts. It's just blurring lines.
Yeah.
And just saying, oh, it's not important. Like, because after a while, nothing becomes important. You could just say, okay, well, the Egyptians was white. Oh, you're playing with semantics. It doesn't matter. They was white. They was light skinned. They was Arab. They was black. Like you just start when you just start being so dismissive with things, small things become big things.
Like this has been happening the last year about now the files don't matter.
Right. Exactly. And we're gonna talk about that
50,000 times. They don't matter now.
But as far as this thing with the monkey thing, and then Tim Scott said this is the most racist thing I've ever seen in the White House, and they came back from him. They came on his neck crazy.
Pause.
So
Tim, you a lot of things. I ain't gonna let them put that on your jacket. I don't have no, you know what I mean?
So what's your thoughts on this?
Why are you surprised? Not you, but the audience. When the outrage was going out in that group, why are you surprised at a racist group being racist? Like even, okay, where all the Proud Boys went? The people from January 6th, where did they go? Like if you just go through Twitter and take a peep over at Truth Social and pop over to Alex Jones once in a while, they're talking open about how they feel. They said this at the correspondence dinner. He started the whole birth certificate. Now, whether you believe it or not, but he started that conversation. Why are we surprised? And for those of you who voted, and you're black and brown, everything that's coming your way, be prepared for. I even saw a report pop up last night that at some point ICE will be used to seize assets if the economy gets bad enough and GDP goes negative. And someone said, well, it's impossible for him to do it. No, it's not. No, it's not. So I thought it was horrible, but I'm not. This isn't one of the worst things he said.
No, it's not. And then my thing too is like, at what point do they realize, like, especially the black people that keep championing this shit, they don't fuck with you, gang. Like, it's not. They don't fuck with you. I get it. Okay, get off the Democratic plantation. I'm not even talking. This ain't even about red or blue. But if you're a black person and you're championing this version of the Republican Party, this MAGA shit, they don't fuck with you, bro. Like, they didn't have one black person that was an intern. That's like the first time ever. They don't have one black person in the cabinet. They fucking putting up videos of the only black president that we ever had as a monkey. They calling anybody of any level of significance a DEI hire. And you still championing this shit like, yeah, we had to get off the Democratic plantation. They don't fuck with you. You're never going to get invited to the White House. You're never going to get a seat at the table. It's a 100% chance that you're not going to get reparations. It's a 100% chance
on the deals.
You're not. They don't fuck with you. What? Why can't you fully understand that? You can't understand that by now?
Mass delusion. Left wing, right wing, same bird. But especially, even if you get a seat at the table, you're not going to get a plate, silverware, appetizer, drink. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And to those of you I know who are over there, I fuck with you from a distance, but I told you before this election happened, And when you call me from the White House, he's not going to do nothing that he said he was going to do. And you haven't got nothing.
You're not going to get anything. Like, you keep saying the same shit. Yo, we need to get off the Democratic plantation. This is two different arguments. Let's just focus on one thing at a time here. You championed a Republican racist, and you think that that is somehow going to be beneficial for your life. It's not going to happen. Your life is not getting any better. You're not getting any government subsidies. You kick every immigrant out the country, you're still going to be in the same position that you was in before all of this shit, before ICE. You champion this shit. Yeah, let's get them out. They're taking our benefits. You're not going to get no extra benefits. You're not going to get no extra reparations. You're not going to get no extra nothing. And they, most importantly, they don't even respect you as a human being. They never will, and they never are going to.
Yeah. Who do you think is the most racist Democrat? Because there's a lot of Democrats who MAGA too. They just don't say it publicly.
Who do I think is the most racist Democrat?
I'll give you time to think about it until next week. Get your tickets to InvestFest.
Get your tickets to InvestFest. InvestFest.com. Get your in the booths early. Mm-hmm. Before we leave, the Maxine, what's her name? What's the lady's name?
Maxine Waters.
No, the Jeffrey Epstein's.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine, what's her name?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
She did the testimony, if you call it that. She pled the fifth, but so from that, was it Pam Bondi? I think Pam Bondi said this. Troy fact check this if I'm wrong, but I think Pam Bondi said, like, look, if we really try to arrest every single person that's in the Epstein's file, it'll crash the world.
It'll crash the hello.
It'll ruin the world. Mm-hmm. What does that even mean? like you just like you just
in plain sight.
They telling you in plain sight, but it's like, bro, you supposed to be the head of the justice. Like, you just saying, like, just do nothing. Fuck it. Like,
but being the head of the Justice Department is a title. It's not a leadership position. Like, I can have someone govern over the Red Panda ecosystem, but unless I allow them to govern fully, they have no control. Same thing here. It's an illusion. It's also telling and scary for her to admit that in public. While I don't want to share too much negative press, but the journalist that I forget her name at the Today Show mom was taken.
Yeah.
She was one of the ones who was early and reporting on the files and talking. You got to be careful. So, but if they're telling you this will crash the economy, it tells you how big the corruption goes. And all of a sudden, after the files come out, then a bunch of countries have cures for cancer. Also, if you want to go deep into the scandal web files, I don't know. Some people may think that he may not be in heaven or hell either. They're not going to do nothing. It sucks. They got puffed. They're not going to do nothing to him or the people that they groomed or, you know, I can hear my dad now because we talked about this last week. Like, just stay away from that shit altogether. Like, it doesn't, it runs deeper into many corporations, into many governments more than people will know. But they're telling you, we're not going to do nothing. They know. And the whistleblowers who brought it up before, they had to stop whistleblowing. Same with corruption. Like, even with Enron, it was people and Bernie Madoff. These are smaller cases. There were people who reported to the NASDAQ that Bernie Madoff was trading more options than were actually available on the exchange. That's how they knew it was a fraud. 5 years before the crash, nothing was done. He was the fucking chair of the NASDAQ at one point. He was saying he was trading 15 million options on penny stocks that only had 300,000 options available. So I have no clue. I do know Oscar Health has not went up. Shout out to old boy on YouTube 8 months ago who did his little commentary. 8 months later, Oscar Health is at $12.88. At some point, when it go up and when we issue my apology? My brother. And y'all don't make no money criticizing me. I'm just saying that. It doesn't work.
Made $12.89.
If that's what I'm battling, you win, bro. Sorry, you got it. You got it. What did you guys say last week? What Troy say about if you can have platonic relationships? I got to take some guidance from my brother who is more peaceful than myself. So,
I think the conclusion was that it's possible, but it's not advised.
Yeah, it's been real.
Anything else we need to cover?
Glad to be back. If you want to learn how to invest, go to ininvest.com if you want to know where to get in, where to get out, which companies to stay away from. Like if you bought Oscar Health at $36 and thought it was going to $150 and it's currently at $12.88, go to ininvest.com so you can know what to invest in and make your investing life easier than ever.
Oscar Health.
Mm-hmm. You don't know. You're just looking purely off technical analysis. You didn't do a great assessment of the company, see? All right. You got $156,000, my boy. Sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Y'all put in chat what y'all doing for Valentine's Day. What are y'all doing for Valentine's Day?
The Valentine's Day Massacre.
For sure.
The Valentine's Day Massacre.
Do people have set up a business where like they set up all the stuff for you? I saw a company the other day to come and get your luggage from the house. And they'll scan all your stuff in and take it to the airport, yada, yada. I wonder if there's like a company that'll like set up all the balloons and flowers and all the stuff.
Oh yeah. Like a event planner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. An event planner. Probably. Were you saying like doing it at scale, like a company?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put the flowers together.
Season joint. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That'll be helpful.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Is getting an event planner to do it a love bomb? Or are you checked out?
It can be.
Yeah, for sure.
Put your name on the blimp. Times Square.
Less is more.
Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Mm-hmm. Or is he just trying to speed up the quick beat? You know what I mean? And then be done. But be careful. Watch for the love bombers.
Watch for the love bombers.
Mm-hmm.
They never end well. It never ends well with a love bomber.
Well. Slow burn, way better.
It's 100% chance that that thing is going to get as toxic as a motherfucker. 4 kids in 1 month toxic.
Ain't it the plan for a bomb though? Like to blow it up so you can get away from it fast. No.
What type of blowing up are we talking about? Hiroshima blow up or
I think when a lot of them do the love bomb, the tumultuous end is a part of the plan to get away from it. It's like the friend who like after y'all stop being friends, they got all this mean shit to say about you online. They felt about that like you about that anyway about you. Even online back and forth is a way to like separate because they've used you already. So yeah.
That's a fact. But yeah, shout out to Godspeed.
Absolutely.
I'm opening up back my PO box soon. So if you sent me merch, I know I stopped it for a while because it just got a little too crazy. But I'm opening probably springtime.
Okay.
You know, get some spring garments up there.
Mm-hmm. Godspeed got some fire, yo. I got some pants like the craftsmanship in it. This is a line, like a true. This ain't just some merch.
No.
High quality.
Yeah, they doing their numbers right now. It's my favorite brand. The hoodies, the quality, like you said, the quality, the hats, the t-shirts, the sweaters. Like, yeah, they doing their thing. Yeah. Godspeed, they got some heat. They got some heat out there. Like, well worth the price.
Absolutely. So
shout out to them.
Oh, if y'all get in trouble because of us, don't DM me. I'm not gonna reply. Sorry, these are just my thoughts at the time. Don't DM me. Sorry.
Who's the person on Instagram that you tap in with, like when you watch their content?
Oh, this is a great question. Shout out to the brother here. Isaiah R. Martin. He does a 20v1 political debates.
Oh,
We
the
gotta
black guy.
Yeah, we gotta get him on Blackout cooking. I've seen him walk many a people into a blender debating. So he's one. I've been tapping in with Deontay Kyle. I'm liking some of the stuff that he's doing. I'm liking seeing Keys and Steve cook up. So those are probably like the three. And then of course Vic Mensa, grabbing the orange off the tree. Those are probably my top four.
Yeah,
right
Vic,
now.
he's going viral.
Yeah, he's going crazy.
He's going viral. I like.
What about you?
Shout out to Derek Falcon. Saw him a couple days ago.
Oh yeah, Derek. Yeah, always. Yeah.
7 streams. He going crazy with the 7 streams.
He's doing like motion pictures every day.
It's a fact. That's a fact. There's this doctor, this white doctor that I follow. I'm gonna try to find his page, but he gives health tips.
Okay.
He'd be like this is why eating ginger is the most beneficial thing that they could possibly do for your liver. Like, and he explains like what you should be doing health wise. It's very, very informational.
Gotcha.
Damn, the other dude, we showed his page. I don't be knowing a lot of these guys' names, but he talks about the political stuff, but he always has his back turned and he never looks at the camera.
Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
But he's like super smart.
Yeah.
And he comes off as like kind of like the nerd. He's always like in front of a computer, like they ask him a question. And he's like, he's giving an answer, like not looking. He's doing his thing right now. I follow him.
Let me go look and see who else.
But yeah, there's a lot of content creators. I feel like the content creation space right now is crazy. Like
it's heating up.
I gotta talk to Chris every other day. Like, yo, we gotta find something different. We gotta do different. Like, that's the one thing. You gotta stay relevant with the content. The algorithms change so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, Kev on stage, he's always
Kev is cooking. Shout out to Kev.
He's always a good follow because he's so consistent.
Yeah, he's a content machine. You got to give him credit. And I love that he said, like, I never feel like making content, but he sticks to the schedule no matter what, puts it out. And then the ones that kind of go viral, go crazy, he kind of focuses on those more. But it goes to show you, like, you can't always do things when you feel like doing them. You have to do them based on routine and find ways to put the creativity into the routine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? Cam Maze, Hormozy. It's quite a few. It's quite a few. It's this one. I don't know his name. Is Battle Rap Kid. Well, he reenacts all the rap battles. So he.
I need to talk about. Well, is it rap battles or is it hip hop stories?
No, rap battles.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the hip hop stories is Mr. Commodore.
Okay, I got to tap in with the page.
He does like the hip hop stories of like Freaky Zeke telling the story about when he got shot, but he'll reenact it.
Oh, that's fire.
With actors.
That's dope. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, that's dope. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, shout out to all the content creators, man. People don't understand how hard that is, man. That's a full-time job.
Tough,
like,
bro.
If you haven't done this, or if you're not in it, like it's something that you literally all day, because there's no science to it and it changes so quickly. Mm-hmm. That's why whenever I know somebody, you know how I know somebody's gonna fail in content? When they tell me like, yo, I'm gonna do all of this content and I'm gonna be done by 8:00 in the morning.
Or they're gonna batch it,
or I'm gonna do content on Monday. I'm gonna do all my content for the week on Monday. I'm like,
that may have worked maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, you're not in it. You got to be in this shit every single day. You got to be dedicated to this shit. A content creator's job changes every single day because there's so much different news. Think about all the topics, even for us, for Blackout. So much shit happens within the course of a week. You got to stay relevant. You did some shit on Monday. By the time it's Wednesday, it's not even relevant no more.
It doesn't matter as much. And even just, I know there's a lot of criticism for the people who do the fake podcasts, right, and go to the studios and record. But even the lighting and segments and how they're editing and finding a hook to go in, that's just, it's a science to it.
It's a 100%.
It's not
science.
easy.
And it's an evolving science. That's why it's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same. It might be carousels one moment. It might be rails. It might be back to rails. It might be, like you said, the split screen. Then it's the hook. Then you got to tell a story. Then at one point it goes back to Twitter screenshots.
Yep.
Like, and you got to just keep constantly trying these things over and over. It's a full-time job. And the vast majority of people don't appreciate it because they're not doing it.
No, it's tough. It's equivalent to, like, I think Gary Vee said it, like, it's like day trading attention.
No, 100%.
Same thing. Yeah,
100%.
like you have to know.
That's a good comparison. Actually, that's a good comparison.
It's tough timing, and then seeing what works on TikTok versus Twitter versus Threads versus Instagram versus Facebook, YouTube short, like that shit. You think you can just be like, okay, I'm gonna make this one piece of content and then do the omnipresence, just put it out. It's tough.
It's tough.
Oh, Sean Ryan, I like him. He's dope. He's covered a lot of military stuff and the provable dark web and conspiracy land. Amazing show. So
shout out to him.
Yeah.
All right, my brother.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Looking forward to it. See everybody at the Mastermind. Love y'all. And if I say anything that was offensive on Blackout, these are just jokes written by 85 South. I am reading The Way of the Superior Man and meditating and praying every day. I don't mean none of it.
100%. 100%. All right, y'all. Tap in. We'll see you later tomorrow.